Yeah.
Good morning, children. Welcome in your class. Children, yesterday in our previous class, we have studied about the plant product as food. We are studying first lesson of our science book, that is food. Where does it come from? Yesterday in our previous class, we have studied about plant products as food. Now in this class, we will study about animal products as food. So children, as we have learned that different parts of plants are eaten as food, here also are different types of food product which we obtain from different animals and we use it as our food. So first of all, milk and milk product. Milk and milk products. So children, we obtain milk from cow, buffaloes, goat, and in desert areas in Rajasthan, camel also provide milk, and we also use milk products like ghee, curd, cheese, butter, etc. Second is egg and meat. Egg and meat. Hen provide egg in some areas. The egg of duck are also used as food. Some people are also very fond of non-veg. They like to eat meat, chicken, etc. And next is honey. Next is honey. So children, do you know where honey come from? Children, do you know where honey come from and how it is produced? Have you seen a beehive where so many bees keep buzzing about? Children, have you ever seen beehive where so many bees keep buzzing about? Actually, the honey is produced by honeybees. Honey is produced by honeybees. Honeybees collect the nectar from the flowers and they store it in their stomach. Here in the stomach, the nectar of flower mixes with some enzymes which transform its chemical composition and pH and convert it into honey. So honeybees suck the nectar from the flowers through their tube-shaped tongue and they store it into their stomach. Here in their stomach, the nectar mixes with some enzymes which convert it into honey. And after that, when they convert it into honey, and they after that they bring it to their mouth and they store it into their hives. Actually, flowers and their nectar may be available only for the part of year. So bees store this nectar for their use all through the year. And when we find such a beehive, we collect the food stored by honeybees as honey for a long period of time. Children, I would like to tell you that honey is only a food item which is never spoiled. We can store it for a long period of time. So honey is produced by honeybees through the nectar of flower. So here I have used one word, nectar. What do you mean by nectar? The sweet juice of flowers is called nectar. Sweet juice of flower is called nectar. Here in your book also, in page number 2, we can see that it is also mentioned in your book how honeybees produce nectar. How does honeybee produce nectar? How do they collect the nectar from the flower and how it is stored in the stomach, how it is mixes with the enzyme and converted into a honey. So honey is only a food item which is never spoiled. We can store it for a long period of time. It is also used as medicine. It is also used as medicine. Next, animal. What do animal eat? Next page. What do animal eat? Now next we study about animal. What do animal eat? So here we have talked about that what we eat, what we human being eat as food. Now, what do animal eat? So children, all animal do not eat different same kind of food. All animal do not eat same kind of food. All animals need different kind of food as they have different food habits, or in other words we can say they have different type of teeth to eat different kind of food. So on the basis of food habits, animals have been divided into three groups. On the basis basis of food habits, animals have been divided into three groups: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. So first is herbivores. Animals which eat only plants and plant products. Animal which eat only plants and plant products are called herbivores. Example: cow, goat, deer, elephant, etc. They are the herbivore animal. They eat only plant and plant products, or we can say parts of plant. Second is carnivore. Second is carnivores. The second category of animals is carnivores. So animal which eat flesh of other animals. So there are some animals which do not eat plants. They just kill the other animals and they eat their flesh. So such animals, those who eat only flesh of other animals, they are called carnivores. Example: lion, tiger, jackals. They are carnivores. They eat only the flesh of other animals. The third one is omnivores. The third one is omnivores. Animal which eat both plant and animals. Means which eat plant and plant products also, and which eat flesh of other animals also. They are called omnivores. For example, crow, fox, cat, etc. Here we can see, children, that animals have been divided on only three categories. Means on the basis of food item, animals have been divided into three categories: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. And they all eat different kind of food. So we can easily understand that all animals do not eat plants, all animals do not eat flesh only, or all animals do not eat both. They have been divided, like if they eat only plants, they are called herbivores. If they eat only flesh, they are called carnivores. And if they eat both plant and animal, they are called omnivores. Here in activity number 7 in your book it is also mentioned in your book that animals, categories of animals. Table 1.5. Table 1.5. Animals and their food products. Next page. In next page, I have also drawn this table, children. I have also made the table in which I have made two columns. In first column, I have written the name of animals, and second column, I have written animals, the food of animals which they eat. Next page. So here in column number 1, you can see the buffaloes. They eat grass, oil cakes. Yes, this is the table. In first table I have written some name of some animals, and in second table I have written the food that they eat. So like buffaloes, they eat grass, oil cakes, hay, etc. In previous table, table number 1.5, please please see that. Yes. So but here we can see the different food items: cat, small animal; birds, milk; and cat is also eat food which is obtained from plant. Now rat, lion, tiger, spider, house lizard, cow, so many animals name I have written here. And children, you have to write the name of food that they eat. The table second, here I have made three columns. Children, you have to write three examples for each group of plant. Table number 2, yes, stay here only. Table number 2, write three examples for each group of animals: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Children, you have to complete this table. In first table, you have to write the food which is eaten by different animals. And in table number 2, yes, here you have to complete this table. You have to write the name of food which is eaten by lion, tiger, human beings, cow, buffaloes. And in table number 2, you have to write three examples of herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. So in this lesson, we have learned, children, that we all living beings on the earth, like human beings, animals, even plants. Plants also need food to stay alive, but they are only the living being on the living things on the earth. They can produce their own food. That's why they are called producers. They are called producers, and they are not dependent on other. But we human beings and animal, we depend on directly or indirectly. We depend on plant for our food. So we in this lesson, children, we have studied that food we obtain from animals and plant, and why it is important, and on the basis of food, how the animals are divided into three different categories. Now, next, this is the time for homework. Time for homework. Write the questions. Write the questions of the following. Write the answers of the following questions. First is define the following terms: nectar, herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. In my notes, I have written the definition of these terms. I have already explained these terms, children. So you have to copy these definitions. You have to write these definitions in your notebook. Second question is, how is honey prepared? How is honey prepared? That you have to do your that you have to write in your uh, notebook. And second last question is complete table 1 and 2. Complete table 1 and 2. So this is the homework for you, children. Again, I am requesting that do not ask your parents to buy any book or notebook from the market. Due to lockdown, all the shops are closed. You can use a rough copy, or if you don't have rough copy, don't worry. You just save these videos and you can do it later on also. So thank you very much, children. We will meet again on Wednesday with the next topic, and we will solve the exercises of this lesson in our next class. Thank you very much, children. Have a nice day.